roads have just begun. We will always take a stand for the people, for the land. Let's go back to when we were young. For the animals we stand. Let's go back to when trees were swung. Kids across the land. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah.
There's a distance between us. It's getting hard to reach out. Haven't seen you in seasons, but all I hear is your voice. I know my limits. You can break me down, but I'll stay till the finish line. And I've been counting minutes for quite some time now, just to see you again. And I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been fighting ways to get away, to see you again, see you again. We got millions of reasons to let it all go. Hope we're not too broken. I know I'm not always strong, and I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been fighting ways to get away, to see you again, see you again.
And bam, we are live for the 4th day of development on the 4th week, I guess. And today we have a guest with us, Arthton or Chris. Why don't you say hello?
Hi.
So he's a friend of ours that he's actually one of the very first testers of Yatsoid when it was out
Am I?
on Roll20. Yeah, you were. Yeah, today he's going to be making his own card for the special Twitch deck. Now he's a bit of an exception because he doesn't have a Twitch stream yet, but maybe in the future we'll see some.
I just bought my Elgato capture card.
Are you going to be streaming some Kingdom Hearts?
No.
I heard that's all the rage nowadays.
Nope. I'm not gonna touch that.
Maybe some from Switch, maybe.
Maybe some
Probably.
Switch. Maybe some Switch
Most
games.
probably.
Yeah. Well, either way, we're going to put on your soon-to-be created Twitch link then, at least, to that card. But first, let's just go over what Mats is going to be doing, at least.
Yeah.
So if you look at the Trello.
Let's see. Yesterday, where we weren't streaming, but I did some work on the game mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You started out essentially making the framework for the entire process of the game, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I started out with game handling and game settings and turn phases, game phases, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so that you can reference it in other parts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you were stuck there when it came to targeting, because you needed to know all the different tags essentially to use.
Yeah,
right?
everything that needed to be
targetable.
I know what needed to be targetable, but when I don't have them yet, it's kind of hard to be able to target them.
Exactly.
So I need to make them first. Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, at some point I might actually have to leave for just a second just to get some food and come back.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, all right.
Just a few seconds.
Yeah, you're essentially going to be continuing on with the game phase then.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out. So it's just going to be an empty shell, like a skeleton or something, right?
Very empty shell, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's gonna probably be interesting. Seeing how that turns out. It's I'm guessing it's going to be very code based, so fun and entertaining to watch on the stream, I'm gonna guess.
Well, we can always show your screen.
We can do. Let's do. We should be able to. We should have had set up it's like an inverse picture-in-picture where you see my screen, but with like picture-in-picture of yours.
Yeah.
But I think we should have you with a picture-in-picture of us, because
that's true.
Yeah. So just do the normal picture-in-picture. I just started a screen sharing now, so it should be working.
But it isn't because it's not the right window capture. Hang on, properties.
But yeah, so today we're going to be looking over the cards again, and we're going to have Arthur make his card. So yeah, why don't we just jump right in? So what we're going to be doing is Mats is going to mute while he works, and we're going to jump over to our Google Doc and have a look at the cards. Do you still have the link, Chris?
I can check the previous chat. No, I don't.
Okay, hang on, I'll link it back to you.
Oh, well, maybe I have it open. No, I don't.
Let's see. Because I don't think you've seen the new cards
No, I was about to ask that. Have you added any new cards?
Yeah,
So-
not only that, but we've changed all the cards. There's none of the old ones. We've gone for a new strategy essentially when it comes to the cards, with fewer types. So now it's only 4 types.
Wait, okay.
So if you go to there and then you navigate to the deck list new. Also, by the way, I'm hearing some feedback from you. Is it like
No,
a bleed?
no, there's a toddler in the background.
No. I can hear myself talking.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just give me a second. There.
Just very, very weakly, like, so I don't think you need to do much. All right.
Was that better?
So yes, it is. Thank you.
Oh.
Okay, so if you look at the deck list new tab there,
Deck list new.
it's in the bottom of the tab.
There we go.
So here you should see the new cards that we're adding. Hang on, I'm gonna open up the design document as well, because this time around we actually have a written down like philosophy of each of the types, what they should be. So a lot of some of the cards have returned in another form, but we try to simplify at least the aggressive and defensive cards quite a lot, because we wanted there to be like kind of a grading difficulty scale where you could technically play with only the aggressive and defensive and still be able to play. You'll notice that the defensive cards are a little bit more active now. They are the only ones that can nullify, except for I think Deception has 1 nullify. Or no, actually Support has 1 nullify. Other than that, Defensive is the only one who can nullify. So if you just have a quick look over, I'm going to find the game design document here. Okay, here's a link to the game design document. So you can see there at least, and if you go scroll down to the card types, you can see there's some keywords for what each type contains, essentially. So as you can see there, like aggressive is supposed to be all about dice change. And they're supposed to be instant and face up. Defensive, dice protection, self-protection, face down, standard. Deception is advanced dice change, combination cards, and they're supposed to be face down and standard. And then support is advanced player protection, diplomatic cards, face up, instant. So it's basically aggressive is mirrored with deception and defensive with support. So as you can also probably see, we've tried to reduce the wording of the card descriptions.
Haven't you heard anything of what I said so far?
No? Have you
Damn
muted
it.
yourself?
No, it was the voice mod thing. Fucking.
Oh, okay.
I was asking, have you removed the wildcards from the game?
No, wildcards are
No.
still there.
That's the kind of card I was looking for.
You want to make a wildcard?
Yes, and I have An idea for one.
All right, we'll get to it. But yeah, first, just if you remember playing last time on, because you played Roll20 only, right? You haven't played the physical copy yet.
Mm-mm.
No. Okay.
Only Roll20.
What was a card you remembered from back then?
Oh,
Just
card I remember.
just an effect, not necessarily like its name, but something you remember doing with the card.
It was a card I could stop another card, but at the same, but you could pay and get it back into your hand. Was
Yeah,
it?
stop. Yeah.
Yeah, stop.
That was probably one of the most powerful cards we had back then. Yeah.
Yuki's card.
Yeah. Now it's now it doesn't have the bounce effect. However, you can. So a lot of the more advanced effects of the first iteration has been broken down into 2 cards now. So, for instance, to get the same effect, you would have to need the defensive card Stop, which is the very simple. You may nullify 1 card, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you use it with let's see, where is it? Restore. No wait. Renew. Yeah. Choose a card from your discard pile. Return that card to your hand. So you can technically then renew or return card to your hand, because now we've also a new rule is that each player has their own discard pile.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which is why the cards like these work.
So we have essentially our own libraries now, or
No. You still have the same communal draw pile.
okay. So
But
same communal
there's
draw,
a
but we have a
separate
but we
discard.
have our own graveyards basically.
Yes, which
Okay.
is if you've realized is essentially you can aggregate that to be your own library, because you can technically like discard your own cards and then renew them when you need when you need it.
Hmm.
So another pretty where was it? So yeah, so you can also see probably that the aggressive cards are quite simple now. You know, it's the add 1 to target die, add 2 to target die, remove 1 from target die, add 1 to all die, change target die value between 1 and 5, reroll target die. You know,
Yeah,
very sort of simple, straightforward. And then of course you have the only combo card in aggressive, which is Rage. Until the end of your turn, each time a die is altered, draw a card.
that sounds almost like a support card.
So there's the whole point of this card is that it's supposed to be the kind of the cap card of aggressive. So you play that down, and then you just play like nudge, shove, bump, kick, and then you keep drawing cards and keep playing them. You can get like ridiculous.
But when you say altered, does that mean every die you're not holding, or does that just mean
Each time
when
a
you
die is altered,
yeah? So by
a
using a
roll is
card
not
on
an
that die.
alter.
Okay.
Yes, roll is not alter. So yeah, it has the Rage is probably one of the most the strongest cards nowadays. Another combo here. Let's see.
I think Rage will work well with the card I have in mind.
And then you have classic, another classic that returns, which has a lot of implications now, which I always like. It's probably the most advanced defensive card. It's the if you are affected by any card on your turn, you may restart that turn.
You may restart that.
Hang on, I'm actually going to add something here in front of it, because once if you're affected by cards, just to specify that you can do it once.
You should probably add that at the end.
No, but then it's you may restart your turn once instead of the whole thing happening only once. If you know what I mean. You can't instead of it seeming like you could have, if that isn't stipulated, you could have restarted your turns multiple times. That's not.
No, but you just say at the end, but only once.
Yeah, but again, that indicates that you can restart your turn only once. The card is only triggered once. That's a very important distinction. Because that means that if you are affected by a card on your turn, you then choose to restart or not.
I mean, you could also just add to the rules that once a downed card has been resolved, that card is.
It is technically so that's one of the things we've tested, because that has technically always been the case. Once a down card has been flipped, it's discarded afterwards. However, that is not intuitive. So we want the cards to also be written in a way where that is assumed.
So basically, you wanted to make it impossible to use retreat and rage.
Yeah.
Together.
Yeah.
Just have an everlasting turn. Reminds me of my magic deck.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like the whole point of these cards, if you play them correctly, is that you're supposed to get some Willy Wonka shit happening. You know, some real weird and kooky shit. That's the whole point. So
Yeah.
it's not like we want this to curb that unbalanced bullshit. It's just that we don't want it to be confusing and unbalanced bullshit. You know, at least make it obvious unbalanced bullshit.
Confusion is fun though.
See, if you're affected by any card in your turn, by a card. There you go. If this card is revealed, nullify, gain 5 score. There you go, the classic bluff as well. If this card is revealed or nullified, gain 10 score.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I look at the sub description for that one.
Make 10 feel like 100.
It's a Rogue One reference.
I haven't seen Rogue One.
Oh. And then, of course, the bluff and lie combo. If a card you play is nullified, you may return it to your hand instead and draw a wild card.
Yeah, I'm starting to see a pattern that's going to work out for me if I get the cards here.
So yeah, because the whole point is you play both lie and bluff. And then if bluff is nullified by anybody, you not only gain 10 score, but bluff is then back into your hand. And then feign restart your turn. So remember also the implication of feign is that you then get to not only draw a card again, because you start your turn all over.
Feign is pretty OP though compared to let's see the previous card we talked about. Restart your own turn. If you're retreat.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't cost anything.
Oh yeah, shit. It's supposed to cost. Because retreat, does that cost? Hang on. Yeah, that costs 5. So I think instead I actually flip it because I think that was intended. Oh shit. The fuck.
Because that makes feign really OP.
Yeah, well, the cards, I'm fine with some cards being OP, but not because of a mistake. So hang on. If you're affected by a card on your turn, you mistake. Bam. There you go. Now retreat is free and feign is cost. There are some battles not worth winning. Try to really meme up the sub descriptions this time around as well.
Meme up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a small number of these that are references to memes.
Ooh.
See if you find all the memes.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Return to sender. Okay, sure. Sharing is caring. When you're unhappy and you know it, Mulligan.
That one is one of my personal favorites.
The best defense is a good offense. Well, that's
That's not a meme.
no, I know.
Yeah.
Trick
There's
is to
one.
always be angry.
Yeah, there's one.
Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's a direct quote, but
No, I'm always angry. The truth is, I'm always angry. Something I think is dumb. There's one really terrible.
Sometimes luck needs some help. What's the point of rules if you can break them? When you pay to steal my wallet, it becomes a transaction. I don't see anymore, I think.
The really terrible one is probably one you didn't really think about. It's the if you look at the one for curse.
Let's see. Curse.
It's number 7. All right, number 6.
Ah, yes. Curse. I really do be like that. Yeah. I figured it was something because of the typo, but
It really do be like that sometimes. And then you have the when you see someone being bullied, being the subdescription for stop. If you remember that terrible fucking anti-bullying campaign, stop.
we have an announcement to make. Stop.
Stop bullying. Yeah. Oh, God.
No, you should just remove it and have we have an announcement to make.
And then you have
with th instead of s's.
and then you have when I lose, I save scum.
Okay.
On the load card.
I see it, but I don't really get the reference.
But yeah, so that's welcome to card 2.0. As you can see, there's the same old Yatsoid chaos is still prevalent, but now we have I think we have like previously we had 4 cards that changed the dice specifically. Now we have like 10. Like there's even deception card, even a deception card that changes dice now. Or actually, there's several.
Target dice become 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, isn't that too similar to attack?
Yeah, that's true. Hang on, we do the same strategy again.
I mean,
Cost 5. We swap it around.
because yeah, it was kind of OP in comparison. Hide is something that's probably going to be used.
Hmm?
And lie. Hide and lie.
So yeah, because you want to get that wild card, don't you? Now that you're gonna
Yeah.
make one.
No, that's the thing. The wild card I have in mind is going to be toxic as hell.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Hang on, we actually have to add the decks for each. Right here. Deck. Mm. Okay, so you know what? Let's get to it. What the fuck are you dreaming up here? What's the wild card?
Well, it's a card that whenever you play a card, it will also have the effect of the previous card.
What? Okay, so it's like echo. It's
Yeah.
like an echo essentially.
Mhm.
So how long is that supposed to last for?
An entire round, I guess.
Okay, until the start of wait.
No,
because remember, so wildcard can be
until
played
the
on any-
beginning of your next turn.
I think the best part, because remember, wildcard is played on any player's turn, start of any player's turn. So I think the best thing maybe to do is for this turn, any cards played have double effect because you can technically play it on your turn as well. So you can, so if you get that, you're really fucking lucky because you can like play buttloads of cards at once that get double effect. But other players can also play cards.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's supposed to last for a round, not just a turn.
No. But I think that's the. I think it can't last for a round due to the whole fact that you can play it. I think it will be a lot. I think it's messy if it lasts for one round.
Yeah, that was kind of the point.
Yeah, no. But it's like messy and like, oh wait, when did we put it down? Like, is it supposed to last until like the end of? Is it supposed to last? Because remember that was a complaint with the earlier cards, was that we were using the round specification too often, where people would be confused to that part. Is if it was just one time around essentially, or if it was until the end of the chronological round, where it's like, okay, now it's round 2, right? So I think limiting it to one turn means that it can also it feels a lot more explosive as well, which is very appropriate. So hang on. So yeah, if you figure out a name, then I'll write the text down here. So
I mean, Echo actually functions really well.
yeah, that's true. For this turn,
Or double team, for that matter.
Any cards played. How technically do you do that? Because when they are played,
no. When we'll also have the effect of the previously resolved card. You probably you don't know if you put a card down, right?
That's also going to be a problem if you put technically down like a standard speed card, and then the next time you take an instant speed, just that, because the standard speeds might be face down and might not have an effect unless triggered.
Yeah, that's why the previously resolved card.
Yeah, I think just that the resolved part is the complicated part, because then you need to know what cards have been resolved. That it works really well. It could work really well in the digital one, because then the PC can remember, the application can remember. But in the physical realm, that's going to be.
I mean, it only lasts for one turn, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But
so you play it on the beginning of your play it at the beginning of your turn.
Mm-hmm.
And
but why don't make it simpler? Why isn't it when you play a card, you get a duplicate that the effect fires off twice or something like that? Where you can select a separate target for the duplicate. Why don't we have it that way instead? Because that way is much more intuitive, and it also ends up like.
Call it double barrel instead, and have you can resolve a card twice.
Yes, that's work. Yeah, double barrel. Yeah. That's much better, because then you can have it. So technically, any card resolves twice. Not just any card played. Any card resolves twice. So if a standard card is flipped,
stop nullifies itself.
No, but again, you can select like a different target. So hang on. Any cards. Cards for this turn, cards are resolved twice.
Whenever a card is played, it may be resolved twice.
No. It's important to say cards are resolved twice, because that means that standard cards, say if you had bluff, right? You have bluff, and then you play this, and then you nullify bluff yourself. Because not only do you get to nullify something else afterwards, so you can technically nullify 2 cards, your own bluff and your opponent's whatever.
Oh,
But
fuck.
then you get your bluff twice. You get 20 points. So then you can do like really OP shit like that, and I think that's perfect for a wild card.
Double barrel.
Double barrel, yeah. So for this turn, all cards are resolved twice. You may choose a new target for the duplicate effect, if applicable, and then call it double barrel. Barrel. For some reason I can't spell fucking barrel now.
Wheelbarrel. No.
Wheelbarrow. Oosh. Okay, so the sub description has to be your Twitch channel. So, do you have one? Yeah.
I mean, I do have a channel. There's
Yeah,
nothing
just
on it,
need a
but
URL.
give it a guess. Take a wild gander.
Yeah, twitch.tv/Arthen, right? I know, right? Let's see, twitch.tv.
It's not like I use that name anywhere else.
.tv/Arthen.
Nothing on it yet, but there will be
Yeah,
very soon.
that's what they all say, isn't it?
Oh, I just bought my Elgato capture card, so
All right. Okay, so it's kind of up to you now. If you want to continue to just look at some cards, if you want to theory craft over other cards, maybe just help me make some normal cards again. Like, hang on, how many cards do we have now? Technically need 3 more cards for the standard sets. So, and I kind of want to make some more cards that affect the dice. So you can stick around for that, or we can call it a day. Or if you want to chat about some other bullshit, then that's fine too.
I mean, sure, I can stick around. That was the plan, at least.
So why don't you go grab yourself some food then, and then.
No, it's not ready yet, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's...
So you're
So-
waiting for that, right?
pizza.
Okay. Well,
It's just pizza, so I just in, out, fetch, and get back in. So.
all right, I get you. Okay, well, because I think we'll just I'm just gonna go through, and we need to make these here. Make this new.
Return a card from your discard pile. Hide and diffuse needs to change.
Let me look. Hide and diffuse. What about them?
Draw a wild card. You may discard it or pay 5 score to keep it. While hide is draw 2 cards or 1 wild card.
Yeah. Remember, with diffuse, your wild cards aren't always good, so you might want to actually remove one. So then you can diffuse and then look at if you want that wild card. If you don't, then you just discard it and then diffuse or hide again to actually draw a new one. But I might want to make it a bit better. Actually, hang on, I got a better idea. Draw 2 wild cards. You may pay 5 score.
You keep 1 or pay 5 score to keep both.
Yeah. No. You make pay 5 score to keep 1, so you get to choose between 2.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's good.
Yeah. You may pay 5 score to keep 1, and discard the other, or discard both. There. Now
That
it
can
has
actually
its
be
niche.
that can actually be pretty OP because it enters
lets
your
you-
discard pile.
That's true. Shit. That is very true. So if you have renew, you can you can use it. You can. It's still.
If you
it
have
still costs
renew and
5.
the
You still
Yeah.
cost 5, so you end up with the same situation where it costs you pay 5 to get a wild card. But yeah, it does provide you with some interesting flexibility, doesn't it? Because you can technically remove 2 wild cards from play as well.
Let's see, where is the cards? Where is
Ooh,
that
no,
card?
but you can get both, of course, if you have renew and diffuse, because you can pay 5 to keep one and then discard the other, and then renew the one discarded. So you can technically get 2 wild cards out of it.
No,
But then again, that's a
technically-
completely valid combo.
Technically, you can get 4.
Well, oh yeah, with the wild card.
Double barrel.
Double barreled is the wildest of wild cards we have so far. I think there's a reason why the whole Twitch deck is supposed to be mental. Look! Have you seen Thomas's wild card, 1,000 Needles? Or he's not a wild card even; it's a regular fucking card.
All players, including you, discard their hand and draw 3 cards. If you discard 3 or more cards this way, all active face-down cards are revealed and nullified. Damn.
And it's a
Damn.
fucking instant. It's a board wipe.
That is aggressive.
That's a very aggressive card, isn't it? It's like, fuck you and fuck your cards.
Jesus. Let's see. You also have load. You may nullify one card targeting you. If you do so, draw a wild card. Use that with double barrel. I think we need to add more wild cards, simply because of double barrel and all the other effects.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I also haven't really revamped the wild cards yet. We
Nah.
were gonna. So we're probably doing that later.
I also have an idea for another wild card.
Okay. Another wild card.
Yeah.
Alright, calm down. Alright, remember, if it's another wild card, it's not gonna be a Twitch wild card, so it can't be like fucking.
No. I'm not doing this for.
Okay.
I'm just
Yeah.
having an idea. Basically, you trade score with another player.
Ooh, that's a little bit. Oh, that's a little bit strong, isn't it? It needs to be. It needs to have the signature wildness of a wild card, so it should be a random player.
Yeah,
You trade score with a random player.
Yeah, obviously not a target player, but a random player. If you are high up already,
Wait,
you
wait, so-
keep the card. No, if you are the leading player, you keep the card because nobody else should get it.
No. So here's the thing. That's where I think. Do we still have like Salt the Wound or something where you can force someone to play a card? Oh no, we don't. But because that's a spooky one to play. That's like, have you played Uno?
Yeah.
That's like when you do have the swap card. when you have like 2 cards left and you're left with like 2 swap cards, so you have to give the winning hand to someone.
Oh, you mean if you have the 0 or 7?
Yeah. If you have a 00 or 77.
Uh-huh.
Actually, the 00 is the one where you let the guy, whoever is next, win, essentially.
No, that's when you start drawing cards.
Yeah, if you have that rule where you can just draw, yeah. Either way, I think that's a interesting idea. I'll hang on. I'm fixing up the info sheet so that I can actually fucking see how many of what I have, because it just references the old
But-
sheet. There we go.
That card might the new wild card I just came up with might maybe just be a digital one only, maybe, because then you could add like a spinning wheel.
Well, the thing is, it doesn't need it, but it sure shit becomes better with it.
Who is the lucky loser?
Delete.
That's what you could call it, actually. Lucky loser.
It's so nice to be able to be done with those two superfluous card types that we had in the old one. Feels so much better with just 4. What do you think now? Do they have their own, like, do they feel a lot more like they have an identity now, the types?
Yeah. Well, not some of them seem to have similar effects to one another.
It should
Maybe a bit.
it should be aggressive and deception should have, and defensive and support should have the same similar feelings. But aggressive and defensive should feel very different.
Or instead, by the way, instead of the card that make you switch a score, make you have to pass your hand to the right.
I don't know. There's not much penalty to that. That doesn't feel like exciting
It does,
enough because
does
that
mean you
doesn't.
have to change the. It does mean you have to change the planning of how you intend to play the game forward, though.
Yeah, but it's much more. It's not as fun. I think
Mhm.
because I think the slotting of cards. One thing that we've always had an issue with is that when somebody gets ahead, it feels a lot like you're never going to be able to catch them. But they could always draw that wild card or you can always have like the switching points thing and you can get it. So you always want to continue playing and drawing wild cards because technically the wild card could let you win. So I think.
Or let someone else win.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so now we can see in the info page here how many cards. Let's see. So let's actually add them here as well.
Oh, by the way, if you want to make it random, you could also when you want to switch score with someone using the wild card, you can also just say the everybody rolls a dice. The one with the lowest die have to change.
Yeah, I think that's or yeah. How do you solve the random issue?
Like that.
Yeah, the two with the lowest. So the second lowest and the lowest essentially have to change.
Have to switch scoreboard.
Switch. Maybe the highest to keep it topical. I don't know.
Sure. No, the lowest and the highest.
Yes, there you go. Because that's basically depicts a bit as well the whole point about it. Or maybe the one with the lowest score, literally the lowest score win with the highest. No, we want there to be random. No, we want there to be random. Okay, so now I think we have.
But then the question is, will other cards affect the dice?
Yeah, that's the point. You can, yeah. So you can technically use aggressive cards to buff up your chance to, or decrease someone
To get
else's. To make, you can technically band up as a group if somebody's winning to just use all your aggressive cards to increase the points of whoever
to
is leading.
screw them over completely.
Yeah. So they are one of the ones that are getting swapped. Yeah, I think that could be pretty fun. Yeah. And that is very similar to Encore as well. Encore has been changed now, by the way.
Let's see. Encore. Where is it? Oh, yeah, it's the wild card. Never mind.
Yeah, but it's changed from what it was before.
Yeah, targets. All players lose current points gained on that set and may score it again. Huh. Okay, sure, yeah. Instead of being able to score it twice, something you already scored, you actually delete an old score and can score it.
Yeah,
when you score it, you score it twice. Okay.
Yeah. So that makes it a lot more of a power play, you know. And you can also technically say somebody scored twice Yatsoid. You can technically target Yatsoid and then remove it. But remember, wildcards can still be nullified. So you can technically nullify Encore.
Jesus.
Oh wait, no. What? Hang on. I gotta check the rules. I need to see if I've written something down about this. Okay, so what if wild cards can't be countered by normal cards, or can't be nullified by normal cards? But what if there is a particularly powerful defensive card that only that card can nullify? Can nullify.
How about
Wild card.
a defensive card that makes you immune to wild cards? You and
So
and
you
you
can technically set up like the cheatiest of plays with that
yeah, and just call it order in chaos.
order or something. Order. Call a wild card that makes you immune to wild cards.
No, or because it's called wild card, you call it tamed.
Tame or tame, because it's all standard cards are supposed to be verbs. So tame.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Let's
Or call it leash.
leash. No. Yeah. Maybe. Hang on. So let's make. So defensive card. It is definitely a defensive card.
Yeah. Duh.
And it is called tame. And then we have want the cost to be 5
No,
at least.
Call it
What?
sit! Exclamation mark.
No. We no exclamation mark. Sit.
Why not?
Because we don't have that in the normal cards.
Ah,
So cost 5.
yeah, it's kind of
then-
aggressive as well.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Or maybe for one turn or for one round, because one round is really powerful, as we've established, or until your next turn, maybe.
No,
Until
have
your
it as
turn.
have it as a down.
Yeah, but downs are affected or have a condition, and then they flip, which is
Yeah.
then a condition
fl-
that it's
they-
fired once.
Yeah, they flip the moment that a wild card affects you.
Yeah, and then what happens?
It can't affect you for that turn.
Okay, yeah, there we go. If
You are immune to wild card for a turn, basically.
by a wild card, you may reveal this card. No, you may become immune. Wait, if you're affected by a wild card, that is kind of like a stack issue, because then you technically have been affected already. So how can you be immune?
Well,
If you're
when a wild card triggered.
When a wild card is
a wild card
played.
when a wild card that could no when that
I'm just gonna say when a wild card is played, because that is the simplest one. When a wild
I
card
mean
is
it's not
played,
really accurate, though.
you may reveal this. Because the may part is what's really important here.
Yeah, sure.
It reveal this card. And
Comma making you immune.
Gain immunity to its effect.
Okay, yeah, sure. Because that's a defense against the other wild card we had.
Yeah. Not only that,
Yeah.
but it's also very good for combos, because you can play this one first and then play a wild card that is supposed to fuck everyone over, but no longer fucks you over.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why it's more important and more powerful than a nullify.
Yeah.
So standard, and it also fits really well with the whole point with defensive, is that they're supposed to be face down.
Yeah, it really does.
So, all right, that's one more defensive. How are we looking on defensives now? So we have 9 defensive, 9 aggressive.
Few more
We need
deception, maybe?
Yeah, we need some deception to cards. So remember, deception is probably the hardest one to create for, I think. Well, because it doesn't have as much of an identity as the others. But they are supposed to be face down, so we could try to create some more face down standards, I think, because currently they have too many instances.
Yeah, and too many up.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. That is actually a difficult one to make.
I know. I'm gonna find up again.
I mean, do you have a card that allows you to score any throw on any score?
That wouldn't work logically
Hmm.
because you scoring isn't is based on the set. And say if there's a set that says you score like all sixes or all that is in part of this part of the set that fulfill the requirements, it just breaks the logic.
Hmm.
What if I don't think we have this? I think support has one, but I really liked it. If you look at the support card, let's see. Yeah, receive, change the target of a card or effect. That one is by the way pretty fucking baller. I think support has become a lot more probably my favorite type with this new iteration. There's a lot of fun shit there now.
Where's the point sharing card? Is it gone?
Target a player, no, share. Target a player, you and that player receive half of the points gained by the other until the start of your next turn. That's still there.
Oh, there. Yeah, okay. It's the top one. I didn't see it. Oh, that's share and double barrel.
Double barrel, man, is such a fun card because that one is perfectly as that one symbolizes perfectly like what wild cards are supposed to be, like changing up everything. Like the moment you introduce it, it's like, oh well, the game is that's a new game now. It's interesting.
Oh god.
Maybe have a deception card. Cause hang on, how many cards in deception allow you to get a wild card? You have hide, and that's it, I think. Oh no! If a card is played,
Lie.
you may return it
Lie.
to your hand instead. Draw a wild card. Yeah. So it has another one.
Hmm.
So what more mindfuck can you do with deception? Because there's bluff and lie.
You could draw 3 cards and discard 3 cards, maybe, perhaps.
That's
Just-
mulligan. That's
yeah, but
essentially mulligan.
no, I mean draw 3. Take.
Ooh, what if?
I mean, just take it straight up. Put 2 or 3 cards directly from the library into your discard pile.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. But that one is like okay, unless you
I
have
mean-
another card that plays on it. It's what if deception? What if deception had another had a
I mean, deception is supposed to be tricky, though, isn't it?
Yes.
Or
But
maybe deception be like you if the next card you play you can put it back on your hand.
yes, but that's very similar to bounce again.
Bounce.
Support card. No, deception card. You may return one face down card to its owner's hand without revealing it.
Yeah, but that's a face down card. I'm just the next
Yeah,
card
that's
you
true.
play.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that one's good. Face down. So let's see. Insert below. So
But that has to be an instant card though. That's the problem.
No. It's a
Or-
standard down because you say the next
Yeah,
the
sure.
next card you
No, the next.
resolve.
Yeah, exactly.
No. The next card resolved, or you may. No, because it's standard. The whole point about standard is that it has a condition that you can choose to trigger. So
That's the thing. I'm
when
thinking
you play a card, no, hang on. When you play a card, you may, or when a card is discarded or nullified, you may reveal this card and return the target card
to your hand. No, even whenever a card in general is played.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so it's face down. So if someone else plays a card, you can say, "Oh, I want that card."
Yeah. So let's not have it returned. Let's have something else.
No, but that's the only way to actually take a card from someone else's discard pile.
Yeah. I know. I'm just saying, like, I need another word in the return because that doesn't work then.
Instead of it going to the discard pile, it
goes into your hand. When a card is played, when a card is nullified.
When a card is resolved, when a card is resolved, instead of going into the discard pile, it goes.
I think
put it in your hand.
The best balance and the funniest combo is to have it only nullified. So when a card is nullified, right? So either your card that you played is nullified, or a card that you nullify, right? When a card is nullified, you may put that card into your hand. So that combos really well with a nullifying card, because then you can just say, I want that card, nullify, and give it to me. So let's call that steal.
Yeah, someone else nullifies a card and you want it.
Yeah, when a card is nullified in general.
Yeah, we're still thinking when someone else nullifies a card. Oh, that's a nice one. GIF.
Yeah, hang on. So that's a standard, because that's a really classic trap card. Deception. Okay. So let's see. What's it called?
But and also another thing from Deception, maybe take one card from someone else's discard pile.
Yeah.
That's one you can have.
Rob, maybe have that be called Rob. So rob and steal. Insert below. So rob. Grave robbing, you know.
Yeah, I was thinking Grave Robber or Tomb Raider.
Yeah, but remember one word.
Yeah, sure.
But again, that introduces a problem, because you're not always going to know what cards are in another player's discard pile. And I know it in Magic you can like technically ask to see someone's discard pile, so I guess that would work too.
No, I was thinking to take a random card from someone else's discard pile.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but what would be the point to? You can technically, if they only have one card there, you know which card it is.
Yeah.
Or
you could say take the top. No, don't take the top card, because there's just steal.
Yeah. Take a random card from
another player's discard pile.
No, you can have it your own as well. You can rob your own grave. Take a random card from target discard pile, and then have that be instant.
Rob, since we're talking grave robbing, you can take the sub description or subtext that it belongs in a museum.
Yeah. belongs in a museum.
In the- fuck.
And then steel. What's the sub description there?
Ooh, mine.
Yeah, mine. This is mine now.
Just the seagulls from Nemo.
Yeah.
Mine.
That would work well for a wild card because there we have like those yelling types, like mine, 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 mine. So yeah, we have this is mine now. Okay, it belongs in the museum.
No, just call it yoink.
When a card is nullified, you may put that card into your hand, regardless. Actually, no, let's not have it more specific. A card is nullified. You may put that card into your hand. You may then, if when a card is nullified, you may.
Whenever a card is if.
Yeah, but it's. I'm just trying to make sure that the wording indicates that it's a one-time thing. When a
Yeah,
card is nullified.
I mean that is already in the rules. So whenever a card is resolved, it's put into your Discord file.
Yeah, no, it's not explicitly in the rules.
Isn't it?
But yeah, it is, but it isn't. We haven't written it anywhere.
Jesus.
Not anywhere, at least. We haven't written it in the pamphlet.
Get on it.
Because we technically want there to be a possibility of it not being. We have to see if there's any reason to. See. Man, you need to check. You need to check the actual box, man. Have you? It's fucking awesome looking. We've had it all printed out properly now, so we have like a proper rule book and a proper like the notebook for taking down the score and the box itself. Oh, whew! This is so fucking good. And it only costs us 1,800. Oh, by the way, which I don't know what's got here, but I paid that today as well. That's always fun paying. Oh, you can? Okay. So yeah, I paid the I paid the bill today.
Hooray,
That's
hooray.
fun. Right. Here you go. Here's how the books looks. If I can upload it here.
Where are we putting it?
Here. Discord.
There. Ew. Ew. Nice.
So the only sad thing now is that we're stuck with the old cards for now. Because fuck no, I'm not paying for another batch of cards yet.
Just draw them on some cardboard now. Put it in a box and ship it.
So we have Robin Steele. Let's see how we're looking now. So now the deception has 6-3, yeah. So 9 as well. And support is 9. Now every set has 9, sweet. We have a total plus the wild cards of 42. That's pretty good.
Hey, you're pretty good.
Hey, that's pretty good. But I think the meta is going to be very interesting with this deck. Because it's very self-referential, I guess. Like you basically end up playing a card game on top of Yahtzee with this, on top of Yahtzee, because there's so many things that like interact with cards.
Yeah, it really is.
But I think that's the fun part, though. It's like you're trying to score points in spite of there being a literal war going on the table with cards, you know. It's like being in the trenches, you know, and playing hot seat chess with your opponent whilst firing off shots at them. It's like the chess is just secondary to the trying to kill each other part.
Oh, but another deception card.
Okay.
2 players trade 1 card each.
Trading random cards is
No, not random. Each player pick a card and give it to each other.
give it to the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 target players. Just call it trade.
Why not have that be a support card though? That sounds a lot more like a support card.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I can have that as a support card.
Little bit. I'm back.
Choose 2 players. The players pick 1 card from their hand and trade it and give it to the other. How's that wording? Choose 2 players. The players pick 1 card from their hand and give to the other. Give it.
Why not 2 target players? Because you pick also 2 targets.
It is 2 target players. But that can also include you.
Yeah.
Players pick 1 card from their hand and gives.
Target also can involve you.
Yeah, don't have to specify. Choose 2 player, you are a player. If it would be 2 other players or 2 opponents, then it would have excluded you. Trade.
Time is money, friend.
Fuck it. Instant standard. Wait, what's the philosophy for this one again? Think it's supposed to be instant. It's a standard instant. Okay, make it instant then.
I mean that must be really annoying if 1 player only has 1 card.
Yeah, that's the thing with support. Their support is supposed to be like shit-eating grins kind of cards.
Little Yeah, interruptions.
Yeah, so the whole point about the standards or the support cards is that they're supposed to be like played while you have a shit-eating grin, where you're like, "Well, I just want you to be friendly and trade some cards. Oh, I don't really care that you have 1 card. Oh, I didn't know."
Change support to EA.
Yeah. Well, they don't have support.
No, exactly.
So yeah, I think that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Mats, are you there? Can you hear us?
Irenete.
Hang on, I think it's time to do a breakdown with him.
Well, nothing is going on his screen, so.
There is. He's moving his mouse. I
now
just
he's doing
typed
something.
in the chat, so see if he answers.
Maybe. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's enough for cards today. I think pretty good.
How many did we add?
5, I think. Maybe more. 6.
We forgot one of the wildcards to add though.
Oh yeah, right. That's the which one was that? That was the
The score one.
Oh yeah, trade the score.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, hang on. Flip it. Roll.
Each Each
5d6.
player rolls a dice. They roll a dice. The lowest and the highest switch score, trade score.
Mm-hmm. Actually, it would say 5d6 because then the chance of someone getting equal score is very low, and it's also natural because you already are rolling 5d6.
Yeah, sure. But then everybody has to like take notes of what they rolled.
Well, it's just quick math. The players, right?
2 plus 2 is 4. Minus 3. That's minus 1.
Players,
3
right?
request.
The players with the highest and the lowest score, or highest and lowest value, trade. Wait, how would that work in practice? Because remember, score is fluid. Like total score isn't tallied
Scoreboard.
before the end.
Scoreboard is what I'm thinking. Essentially, this which entire.
Oh yeah. Trades. So basically, like if you've completed X amount of sets,
Yeah.
all that stuff gets okay.
Yeah. You just take everything.
Mm-hmm.
And call it instead of flip it, call it extortion.
The players with the highest and lowest value trade score. You may use instant speed cards during this roll.
That should be in parentheses, by the way.
Nope.
And separate it
We
from
have
the
it.
rest.
We have it in the others as well, I think.
Okay.
We have the same usage.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Every player rolls 5d6. Whoever scores, or whoever has the highest, I'm gonna whoever has gets highest value. During this roll, players may still use instant speed cards. Yeah, the winner has that one.
Hmm. No, but call it instead of flip it, call it class warfare.
No. It's the whole point about wildcards is that something you can yell essentially. Flip it, double barrel, loser, chill, winner, cheater, encore.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I get it. Hmm. Hashtag occupy.
Flip it. Off with its head. Flip it, bop it. What's that bop it fucking theme again? Hang on, YouTube.
Oh, not the robot chicken one.
No, I think it is. Hang on. Bop
Okay, I've seen it.
it.
Where he suddenly has to snipe someone.
Oh yeah, bop it or else there.
Hmm.
Bop it, flip it, pull it. There, yeah, that one. Because that's gonna be it. Bop it, flip it, pull it.
Yeah, well, flip it is already in the title now.
Yeah, but that's not a problem. Bop it, flip it.
Won't that be
pull it.
trademarked? Or
What
copyrighted?
the fucking hell? It's not how copywriting works.
Twisted. By the way, it's time for me to fetch pizza.
Yep.
So, Birb.
Yeah. Mets? Hello?
Hello.
There you are. Jesus Christ, took your time. We really need a better way to communicate this, because Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
both used Steam and Stream.
Well, none of them actually popped up with any sound, so well, okay.
Yeah, well, that's your problem, isn't it?
Well, yes. I meow.
But yeah, so we're basically done. We've actually added like 6 new cards. The wild card, he chose to add a wild card, by the way, which I support because it's pretty good.
Mhm.
Like, hang on. So the card is called Double Barreled. Double Barrel, and it's a wild card. So remember, I know it's a bit stupid strong, but yeah. So also, by the way, the Alistair cam doesn't show anything.
I am working on it. There we go.
Yeah. It says for this turn, all cards are resolved twice. You may choose a new target for the duplicate effect if applicable.
Hmm.
So if you play that when you're doing a combo or something, woo, it's a wild card. But then again, all your opponents can also do take effect of it and fuck you over double time. We've also added some new normal cards. So I think the steal, when a card is nullified, you may put that card into your hand.
Mm-hmm.
And rob, take a random card from target discard pile. And hang on, what else? What others have we added here? I think we added support. Yeah, trade. Choose 2 players. The players pick 1 card from their hand and give it to the other.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah. So technically, that player can be one of those players. Can be you.
Hmm.
So you can be a bit of a dick, and if somebody only has 1 card, you'd be like, "Can I have it?" I think those are the cards, and we've changed quite a lot of them a bit as well around. So it's been a very fruitful little. Oh yeah, and tame, which is pretty good with the whole with the wild card we have now, which is when a wild card is played, you may reveal this card and gain immunity to its effect.
Hmm.
So you can technically become immune to a wild card.
Cool. Yeah. I like.
Yeah. So what have you been doing?
I am currently trying to get the side up for the dice.
Why don't you show it?
Like so.
Yeah.
This is very ghetto right now, but yeah, there's no animation, nothing like that. It's basically just when I say get the side up from the dice, it just gives me a random value between 1 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
I also added the slight little thing here called sides.
So you can actually
so you
add
can-
how many sides it can have.
Yes.
Nice. I like it.
But
See,
just
you know,
in
we
case-
did joke about maybe having like 7-sided dice, like.
Yeah,
just-
I was thinking about it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and now, if everything is all right, I will be able to. Yeah. So I also worked a bit on the turn handling,
Mm-hmm.
so that if I go to game handler and we just put myself to clean up. So there's nobody's turn right now, basically. If I click 1 on my keyboard currently, I made 2 buttons, one for to end my turn and one to start my turn.
I'm back.
Oh,
Yep.
welcome back. When I then click number 1, and I have clicked in the game field here, there we go. It then tells me it's Runity's turn, and it automatically goes through the draw phase. So it gives me a card, and it allows me now to place standard cards or just start my roll. So the turn phase is roll, but that won't be visible for anyone. So it's just for the code. So it basically enabled me to now click spacebar to do my roll, because well, I can completely fine just click that card that I had in my hand and place it down.
Yep.
So if I now roll, I'm rolling the dice, and of course
Doesn't look
nothing
like it.
happens. Let's see, game physical
Performance. It has performance problems.
I see.
You need to give it some Viagra.
Game die.
And by
Yeah, boy.
Viagra, of course, means good code.
On roll, do roll. Roll. If current roll is less than give settings max. Oh, right. Game handler. Max rolls equals to 3. There we go. Now we can actually do a proper roll. No. Oh, god damn it. I hate my computer. It's so slow.
I feel you. By the way, do you know the Anthem demo's on?
Yeah, I know.
It
There we go.
I told him.
actually started now.
Okay, so I clicked on the card last time.
Oh,
I'm
look
not
at
gonna
that.
click on the not gonna click on the card, and I'm gonna start my roll instead.
Yeah.
There we go. It spammed out 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh,
Oh,
it
there.
skipped one. Eh?
Huh?
What the fuck, man?
What the hell? Why is it doing it like that?
Huh?
Why is it
Why
doing
it's-
it like that?
Why it's spamming out here?
Yeah.
By the way, who was Michael Jackson in the background?
That's my flatmate. Let's see, it's in the dice handler. Dice length. Ah. There we go. Now all of them should be able to be printed out. But yeah, 1 was 3, 1 was 2, 1 was 1, 1 was 5.
One was one.
1 was 1. One of the dice is
One is one.
returned 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I've made a class so that it also knows if it's held or not.
Yeah.
But I haven't implemented holding dices yet. Yeah, that's basically
Well,
what I've been doing.
So you've fallen into the whole concept of making the dice work now, and that's going to be. So you're trying to essentially make like the bare bonest of bare bones, like frame for the entirety of the game, so that you can reference all of the parts.
Yeah.
So you need to know that there is a role and how to find that role and how to target the dice. Yeah, all right,
I need
gotcha.
to know which specific role the player has.
Yeah.
And say I also need to know if it's the third roll of this player, but he uses a card that allows him to roll once more. that needs
Yeah.
to be added, etc. But yeah, it's not that difficult. I have an idea how to do that specific thing. So, but yeah, I have everything
Alright.
bare bone. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, I gotcha. All right. Well, I think that's where we close it off for today.
And
Or,
stream already.
Well, let's hang on. What's the time? Yeah. I am too goddamn tired, and
Oh yeah,
I've been
at
I've been
school.
doing nynorsk for the entire day, so my head is fucking messed up.
Nynorsk.
Yeah,
Yes.
Why?
because I'm taking up to get better grades for
High school?
yes,
Hmm.
because it's all I need to get like a pretty good average. So yeah, it's been a fucking annoying day. Plus, it's I went up and got the box parts. Oh man, you have to see the fucking
I've seen it now.
the pamphlet is like you just have to hold it. The fucking print quality, it's like it's not paper. It's like it. I don't know how to describe it, man. It's just fucking ace. I could literally like masturbate
It's like a
to this.
plastic paper.
No. It's like
No?
it's like smooth, really smooth, like
You could literally
Um,
just Yachtsoid limited edition includes Mats' DNA.
which
No!
one? That's you never know. You never know. That's the secret. But yeah. So either way, I think we call it there. You can continue if you want. But I need to fuck off. My head doesn't work anymore.
Fuck off, man.
Especially considering the thing I'm going to do afterwards is the design document, and that's just a massive undertaking. So I don't want to
Yeah.
step on that fucking minefield until I can actually summon a thought coherently. But it's been really fun though. We've gone through quite a lot of cards. We need to do this more because this has been a good like pruning. What we could do until next time is we could try to get them on Roll20, get these cards and actually play with these cards.
Absolutely.
See how they work.
Wanna try double barrel?
Yeah, me too. And then give him a good go. You know, try and see if they are actually good in practice. Because that's the thing. Like the reason why I scrapped the old cards is because they were essentially made without trying. They didn't have like This was literally like me just ad-libbing cards and then applying a type to them afterwards. It was just all like everything was just the wrong way around, you know. So now instead I can actually take what I've learned into like a fresh deck of cards, and I'm like really hyped. See what comes out of it. There's a lot of ridiculous effects you can have now with the wild cards, and because now the wild cards actually now they feel like actual like wild cards. They turn things around when you play them. All right. Either way, I guess do you have anything else you want to say before we end?
Me?
No, well, Mats.
No, not really.
No? Well, again, thanks
mean-
to Artan for coming into stream then.
It was a pleasure.
I might
hope you
be
had fun.
streaming a game later, maybe. Not quite sure.
Yeah, Anthem.
Maybe. If my computer can handle it, then maybe.
Which it can't.
Could your
which
computer
it can't.
handle? Could your computer handle it last time?
I didn't try. I mean,
Yes,
I
I'm
can
gonna
try.
play Anthem now, like afterwards. So if you wanna group up, then hook up.
Sure.
I don't want to sully my computer with Origin, so no.
Lol. Wow. Weirdo. Okay. Okay then.
But it's,
All right.
it's on the public one, right?
Yeah. This is the public.
So
Why?
I can log on my normal user.
Oh, you had a special user for it. All right. Well, either way, you should probably stop the stream before you get into all that shit. So yeah, see you guys for the fifth week of development next week, or in the next video, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, see ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.